Welcome. TLEX3 Introduction to Industrial Arts Part 1 Gasoline Engine Discussion.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before we start, please record the
Lord Spirit.
And before you sit, can you pick up the papers?
What kind of paper?
And let me just share your attendance. Asinas, Banda, Present, Kalayka, Atman, okay. Class, did you remember what was our previous lesson?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, can you stand up?
It is all about diesel gasoline.
Very good. Now, let's move on to our next topic. At the end of the day, the learners were expected to learn and understand the nature of gasoline engine, identify the advantage and disadvantage of gasoline engine, apply the knowledge of gasoline engines to the real-world examples. Gasoline engine identification, type of advantage and disadvantage of gasoline engine.
What is vehicle usually used for transportation from home to school? That's right. Motorcycle is the most common transportation that we usually using when we're going to school. And now, let's take a look at this video and observe. After that, I will ask you questions.
In this video, we'll learn about how gasoline engines work. First, let's take a brief look at the basic structure of the engine. Here are two valves. One of them is an intake valve, and the other one is an exhaust valve. There is a spark plug between the two valves. There is a cylinder in the bottom side, and the piston moves up and down to create a repetitive motion. Fluid circulates around the perimeter of the cylinder to prevent it from getting overheated. The piston has three rings. Two of them are compression rings, and the other one is an oil ring. The ring located on the top prevents the flue gas from going down. The second ring prevents the oil from flowing into the combustion chamber. The third ring plays the role of constantly applying the oil to the inner wall of the cylinder. This is the crankshaft. It converts the piston's linear motion into a rotational motion. The connecting rod connects the piston and the crankshaft. Next, we'll learn more about the four-stroke cycle. It goes in the order of intake, compression, power, exhaust. First, the intake valve opens and the piston moves down. Then, a mixture of air and gas flows into the inner side of the cylinder. This is the intake process. The intake valve gets closed, and the piston rises up to prevent further intake of fuel. This causes the mixed gas to be compressed at a high temperature, which is called the compression stroke. When the spark plug causes a spark on the compressed mixed gas, an explosion occurs. The force from the explosion causes the piston to go down, which is called the power stroke. Then, the exhaust valve opens, and the piston rises up to release the exhaust gas. This process is called the exhaust stroke. During this single cycle, the crankshaft rotates twice. It will make a half turn during the intake process, and another half turn during the compression process to complete a full turn. Then it makes another half turn when the gas explodes, and a final half turn after the exhaust process is complete, completing two full turns. Next, we will learn how the intake and exhaust valves open and close. The valve is opened and closed based on the movement of the camshaft, which converts rotational motion to a linear motion. Camshafts are connected by a crankshaft or a timing belt. Normally, timing chains are used more often due to the weak durability of timing belts. closed during the compression and power stroke. And the exhaust valve will open during the exhaust stroke. While the crankshaft rotates twice, the camshaft only rotate once, and both the intake and exhaust valves are open and closed once each. For the camshafts, there are two different types, one exhaust camshaft and one intake camshaft. We call this the DOHC method. There is also a method called SOHC, which uses a single camshaft to control the intake and exhaust valve. This is the throttle body. There is a throttle valve inside. The amount of air drawn can be controlled by opening and closing this valve. By pressing on the accelerator pedal, you can open up the valve and allow more air to come in. This will lead to increased power and faster speed. The mixed gas is distributed evenly to each cylinder via an intake manifold. This is a linear 4 engine. Our cylinders are positioned in a straight line. It is also called the L4 engine, using the letter L from the word linear. These are the cylinders of a linear 6 engine. This is the intake manifold where the fuel heads into. The fuel is divided based on the number of cylinders. This is the exhaust manifold where the exhaust gas is released. It collects the exhaust gas and sends them to the muffler. This is a V6 engine. The cylinders are positioned in the shape of the letter V. When the number of cylinders increase, the length of the engine gets longer, which will also lead to longer crankshaft stanchions. Naturally, the width of the car gets longer. That is why many automobile companies produce V6 engines. By positioning 6 cylinders in a shaped configuration, it becomes able to reduce the length of the engine and the width of the car. However, the L6 engine is much more quiet than the V6 engine.
What have you observed from the video? That's a big one. Yes, please stand up. That's a good observation. The video shows how gasoline engine works. So therefore, our topic for today is all about gasoline engines.
Okay, thank you, Christine. Now we're going to define what is gasoline engine. So a gasoline engine, or gasoline power engine, also known as a gasoline internal combustion engine, or ICE, is a type of heat engine that converts the chemical energy in gasoline into a mechanical energy. So it does this through the combustion of fuel and air inside a cylinder, introducing power that moves vehicles and machinery. So as you observed sa video ka kanina, naagawa ang 4-stroke cycles, which is kaning intake, magawa sila. So, saan ba mag-work ang ating gasoline engine? So, a mixture of air and gasoline is compressed and ignited by a spark plug. So, the combustion creates a thermal energy that powers the engine. So, those are the 4-stroke engine. The piston is moved up and down in the cylinders, producing power with each stroke. So, kung wala kung paano ng 4-stroke cycles, kaning produce of electric aning power ang kanilang engine. So, naay duwa pa tayo sa gasoline engines. Number 1 is the spark plug internal combustion engine, or SI engine. So this type of engine uses a spark plug to ignite the air fuel mixture. So sa iyo nakita ka kanina, naarato ang air and then ang fuel is water. Water siya ang laban sa spark plug. That's most common nakita din mo siya sa mga sakyanan, cars, motorcycles, and small power tools. So the second one is the gasoline or direct injection engine, or DDR. This type of fuel is directly injected
combustion chamber.